13 WMAZ Morning starts now.
All eyes are on this cold front. It'll bring us rain today, but will it bring us any potential winter weather tomorrow? I'll have those details coming up.
We can't do this alone. We do need the public to assist us. You know, if anybody saw anything, heard anything, we'd be grateful for them to come forward.
2 teens shot in Macon, 1 now dead. What investigators say happened as they were outside a house. And a Houston County deputy facing termination following a Facebook comment makes a choice about his job, why he says he decided to resign. Well, good morning. You are looking live over downtown Macon. The time's now 6:31 on this Thursday, January 20th. I'm Caitlin Heck. We are inching closer to the weekend. Courtney, unfortunately, also inching closer to the rain.
That's right. Yeah, and some of us already experiencing the rain this morning all along this cold front that will continue to push through the southeast as we go through the day today. And as we head into tomorrow, all eyes on this low, believe it or not. That's going to be a key player in our forecast when it comes to the potential for winter weather. And I will break all of that down and why it's important a little bit later in my full forecast. So you'll want to stay tuned for that, although it will be up on 13WMAZ.com and on the app just in case you miss it. So right now we have rain falling currently in parts of Jasper and Putnam, also parts of Monroe, Upson, Crawford, and Taylor County for the start of the day. All of this will continue to sink through the southeast as we head through the next several hours. So just keep in mind you might run into some rain for that morning drive, especially if you're Macon northward and west of Macon for the start of the day. 48 right now in Macon. You're looking live on top of Atrium Health Navicent. Quiet here to start the day. Area-wide, low to mid 40s. We're at 46 in Warner Robins, 43 in Cochrane, 46 in Montezuma, 48 in Forsyth, and 45 over in Dublin. Through the day today, again, a few showers through the morning. It'll be a chilly rain today. Temperatures are only going to top out in the low 50s. A more widespread rain as we head into the afternoon hours. So as you go through your day today, you're just going to want to be sure that you pack that umbrella and, of course, a light jacket with you as well. Maybe just the raincoat. That'll do. Now, the big question is, are we going to experience any kind of winter weather tomorrow? I'm going to take you through what the models are saying this morning. Good news is it does look like it's pulling that potential away from us run by run. Still going to take you through it. That's all in just a few minutes.
We just wish people would care a little more. That's it. You know, we're all human beings. We're all in this together. Just care.
Those words coming from a Bibb County sergeant after a shooting left one Macon 15-year-old dead and another hurt. The sheriff's office says it happened in the 1700 block of Wren Avenue just after 7 last night. Deputies got a report the 2 teens were outside a home, and that's when witnesses say a car drove by and they heard someone shoot several times, hitting 15-year-old Carmelo Ross and another 15-year-old boy. Both went to the hospital where Ross later died. The sheriff's office says the other teen is stable. Now, investigators continue to look for who is responsible. If you have any information, you can call the sheriff's office. That number is 478-751-7500. Again, 478-751-7500. And 3 men wanted in connection to Washington County shootings over the weekend are now in the hands of law enforcement. The sheriff's office says they arrested Keeman Collier, Jacoby Hodges, and Justin Hooks. The shooting happened Sunday night with several homes shot at and damaged around Tennell. The sheriff's office said they believed it was connected to another shooting near the Jet 34 convenience store in Sandersville. All 3 men face several charges, including criminal damage to property and aggravated assault. And a Houston County deputy is now off the job following a social media comment on the Ahmaud Arbery case. The deputy resigned as he faced firing over it. This month, Deputy Paul Erhan left a comment on a Macon television station's Facebook post about the sentencing of Arbery's killers. He wrote, quote, "That criminal Arbery still got the death penalty, though." Now, the comment caused dozens of people to demand disciplinary action against Erhan. Last week, Sheriff Cullen Talton suspended him without pay pending termination. The deputy had 10 days to appeal. Instead, he chose to resign in a letter effective yesterday. He wrote in part, quote, "A very unfortunate series of events occurred, and the manner in which they were handled is something I cannot support." Now, you can read his full letter as well as what Ahmaud Arbery's father had to say about the comment right now on 13WMAZ.com. In news from across the state, the family of a teen Cobb police shot and killed over a year ago wants the county to pay $150 million. The suit puts blame on the county for what it alleges as a range of training failures by the police department, resulting in 17-year-old Vincent Truitt's death. Back in July of 2020, an officer shot Truitt as he ran away at the end of a stolen car chase. Truitt was the passenger in the car. An officer says Truitt had a gun as he ran, but his family and attorneys say body cam video shows Truitt ran with his back to the officer who shot, never pointing anything at him and did not pose a threat. Last year, a grand jury ruled the shooting justified. Millions of dollars in federal aid could help courts catch up with pandemic-related backlogs. Leaders of Georgia's state court system tell lawmakers they are trying to pass out money as fast as they can to help the process. The state Supreme Court presiding justice says a committee of court officials already awarded nearly $25 million in federal aid to courts to catch up on their cases. However, the justice says it's unclear how long it will take for judges to get back on track to where they were before the pandemic began. Well, the Peach State will move to a new voter registration management system ahead of this year's primary season. Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger made that announcement yesterday. He says the system would be online by March. The Secretary's office clarified that the system was a back-end data management system and would not affect how voters individually register to vote. Raffensperger says the new system is more advanced, secure, and user-friendly. Speaking of the primaries, in May, voters will decide what the November ballot for governor looks like. Right now, the Democratic side has one candidate looking to become Georgia's next leader. Stacey Abrams got out on the campaign trail yesterday for the first time since announcing her run. She was at a Union Hall in Atlanta with Democratic supporters. She got the endorsement of 8 labor representatives. Abrams says she is looking forward to spending much of the next 10 months talking to Georgia voters. Meanwhile, former U.S. Senator and Republican candidate David Perdue plans to visit Central Georgia today, his second time since the new year. Perdue's campaign says he'll speak at an event hosted by the Lawrence County Republican Party. That's happening tonight at 5:30 at Theater Dublin. Well, if you live in Macon and don't yet have Ryland environmental trash carts, you will want to make sure to get one. Bibb County Communications says the company will not pick up trash and recycling from the old advanced disposal carts anymore. If you still have the old bins, put them empty on your curb on your normal pickup day. The county says it will take several weeks for advanced disposal to collect them all. If you need Ryland carts, you will need to put in a C-Click fix order or call the company. Well, check this out. After months of planning and painting, you can now enjoy an iconic moment in Macon's history. Artist Stephen Teller recently finished a mural dedicated to the Allman Brothers and Mama Louise, the original owner of the H&H Soul Food downtown, along with co-owner Inez Hill. Just look how beautiful this mural is. The painting represents the friendship between Mama Louise, who co-owned the H&H restaurant, and the young musicians who moved to Macon in the 70s and then became musical legends. Mama Louise often fed the band even when they were low on cash, and in return, they always stuck by her side. The H&H restaurant closed down in 2013, but reopened under management from the Moonhanger Group. The group plans to have a dedication for the mural February 11th. But for now, you can catch the artwork near the H&H restaurant on Forsyth Street in downtown Macon. That is a really, really cool mural. Time is now 6:38, and I'm sure that artist is very glad they got it done before all this cold rain moved in.
Yes, absolutely, because it's not going to be pleasant over the next couple of days, unfortunately. But don't let that distract from the beauty. There are some very talented artists across Macon. Yeah.
And it's incredible just the different canvases that they can use, whether it's the side of the building or a sculpture. There's so much talent out here.
Right, absolutely. So when you get a chance to check it out, enjoy it, but the next couple of days probably not your best bet to be heading out and about and enjoying the sights of downtown Macon. All right, everybody, and of course it's all thanks to this front that is currently starting to push into the area this morning, bringing with it some light rain for the most part, a few slightly heavier downpours rolling into parts of Upson County. It looks like also Monroe County, Jasper, and Putnam County. Again, most part just light rain for the start of the day. It's all along our cold front that we have been watching like a hawk all week long. Here it is starting to push into the southeast, of course, including parts of central Georgia. This low is what we're going to be watching as we head into tomorrow. This is going to make its way into the Gulf of Mexico, over the peninsula of Florida, and then back out over the Atlantic. And where it heads out into the Atlantic is going to be a key player in our forecast. So we're going to take you through the graph model. This is the one that did really, really well with our setup last time. Now, a little disclaimer with this, I was checking this morning. This model is running a little bit cool, and that makes sense because this is the most aggressive model when it comes to any kind of winter weather potential. But for the day today, just a cold rain as this front starts to make its way off to the southeast. So through the day today, rain will be fairly likely, especially as we head into the afternoon and evening hours. For that morning drive, if you're north of Macon, north and west of Macon, you might run into a few showers, and then we'll focus mainly south and east of Macon as we head into the 5 o'clock hour for that ride home. That front is going to stall to our south, and then that low is going to start to make its way up the Atlantic coast. Here it is off the Atlantic, and notice where that winter weather is starting to form along the coast. That's where most of the rain is. Here at home, we're really mainly dry. Now, as we head into Friday afternoon, The graph model thinks we're going to start to see a changeover from rain into maybe a wintry mix. Notice any kind of snow staying up towards the Appalachian Mountain Range. A wedge is building in, which is going to reinforce that cold air behind this front. So at this point, around 5 o'clock, a wintry mix will be possible if you're north and east of Macon. This model, again, is the most aggressive when it comes to any kind of winter weather potential. But notice where this low is, that's pulling in all that moisture into the coast, and it's all turning into a winter weather mess up in the Carolinas. Thankfully, that is not going to be the case for us here at home. Now, as we head into Saturday, we start to dry out. Now, I'm going to put in some temperatures with the graph. That's what this is, the model I just showed you. We're adding some numbers. As we head into 4 o'clock, that's when we watch for the potential for any of that changeover. So notice temperatures, if you are west of 75, still in the mid to upper 30s, but meanwhile, north of Macon, you're in the low 30s. So we're starting to get that wintry mix. That's kind of that slushy feeling rain. And then as we head into 5 o'clock, we're starting to get temperatures at freezing. So at this point, when temperatures start to go below freezing, as we head into late Friday evening, here's 7 o'clock around the sunset hour, that's when we'll watch for maybe our wintry mix to be more of a freezing rain situation. The good news is it doesn't look like we'll have any kind of accumulation. If anything, if we have any lingering showers like this when temperatures at this point are going below freezing through the overnight, it'll be more of just a glaze. So on those higher overpasses and bridges, we could have some ice on the road if you're east of Macon. That's really where we're looking Friday night into Saturday morning. Do I think there's going to be power outages? I'm not expecting any of that. And the graph model, again, is the most aggressive. Any other model really keeps just rain in the forecast. Any kind of winter weather stays out of our area. But again, the big emphasis is going to be Friday night into Saturday morning. There could potentially be some ice on the roads on those bridges and overpasses. Just be sure if you're east of Macon, you're driving carefully at that hour. Wintry mix still possible, and then we will be dry Saturday afternoon through Monday.